Yeah, today I'm going to review JBL SRX815P, EV15P, the ETX, power source, ps15P. I did a review on these first, and then I did a review of the JBL and Yorkville. Now, all three. This is January 3rd, 2016. It's 2:35. We're going to get it in today. Man, DJ Trez got Malik over here. And we were just playing around for a couple of hours. We found the JBL to be full with almost every frequency in it. EV, cleaner, but of course the processor is always on. You can't turn it off. And believe it or not, the Yorkville and EV is not that far off if you use the drive rack. We have the drive rack PA2, and we EQ and took some frequencies out, and they're not that far off. We're going to show you the test with it, all of them flat, raw, with no drive rack, and we're going to test them with the drive rack. Flat. Like I said before, this has a DSP, that has a DSP, this don't. This DSP is on flat. This is always active. You can't do nothing about it with the EV. You can just enhance. It's a 3-band EQ. That's it. You can pick any frequency, but it's always processing. So we're going to listen to all three on one song, and we're going to point to which one is playing, and let you all tell us what's the difference. So we're going to start with the EV.
Quiero contarle, mi hermano, un pedacito de la historia negra, de la historia nuestra, caballero, y dice así. En los años 1600, cuando el tirano mandó las calles de Cartagena, aquella historia vivió. Cuando aquí llegaban esos negreros africanos en cadenas, besaban mi tierra, esclavitud perpetua.
We're just using the app for the iPad just to control it on the drive rack. But the drive rack is on flat. No EQ, no parametric EQ. Everything is just flat.
Dale, mi hermano, un pedacito de la historia negra, de la historia nuestra, caballero, y dice así. En los años 1600, cuando el tirano mandó las calles de Cartagena, aquella historia vivió. Cuando aquí llegaban esos negreros africanos.
Now we're going to use the Yorkville with the same song from the top.
Quiero contarle, mi hermano, un pedacito
Remember the drive
de la
rack?
historia
It's just
negra,
flat,
de la
no
historia nuestra,
EQ.
caballero, y dice así. daba muy maltrato y a su negra le pegó. Y fue allí, se reveló el negro hueso, solo venganza por su amor. Y aún se escucha en la verga, no le pegué a mi negra. No le pegué a la negra. No le pegué a la negra. Oye, ven, no le pegué a la negra. No le pegué a la negra. Oye, esa negra se me respeta. No le pegué a la negra. Se escucha en la verga. No le pegué a la negra.
Now I mean, you hear it? That's everything flat. As much as we can try to do with the EV, it's always processing. Using the driver PA2 or the iPhone, iPad app, you can use your crossover. That's your crossover. Parametric EQs. As you see, they off. You can go through your settings and store your settings and transfer your settings over. Yeah, regular EQ, as you see, it was flat. You have your feedback for your mic, compressor, delay, everything's a great. Driver PA2, good. We had the 260, we don't even use it no more. This is very MIDI. Like, it would like scream at you loud in your ears if you don't EQ it. Put some of that mid frequency out. And you have to boost the horns up. The tweeters, still nowhere near this. These two are like closer. This is like a mixture, the Yorkville to me is a mixture between the two of them. It has the bass, and this plays I give it the 100 hertz, 100 to 90, 60 hertz, very well. This play probably from 60 lower, better. This play just the low frequency, but it's not as strong as these two. The EV is not as strong with the bass frequency, so you always have to walk with a sub with this. I got this first, so I wouldn't have to walk with a sub. Try to use this without a sub at a baby shower, didn't work. This I used with a sub, but I couldn't use it without a sub, but I'd rather walk with a Yorkville because it plays more of the frequencies, the bass frequency. That's just like house, techno, slow jams. If it had that bass frequency constantly, use that. This plays all around. My boy likes the Yorkville, but sometimes when we use the drive rack with it, he gets a little excited, happy with the JBLs. But this, must say, this is plastic, as you hear. This is the 2 version. I had the first version that ever came out. They fixed the grill problem. The grill don't make noise. This is the second version. As you see, this is slimmer than all of the boxes. No third handle though. These have the 3 handles. The Yorkville has the handle on the top. The JBL has the handle on the top. They rubber. This only has the handle on the side. And like I said before in one of my videos, the Yorkville, the handles go up and down more than sideways. So if you're going to put this on a tripod, it's easier to grab it and hold it like this than bending your hand with the EV and JBL. So it's up to y'all, but definitely to me, this have to use it. This has a DSP inside that you can use with the app, and if you want the full functions, you have to use it with the computer. Same company that makes the drive rack make the JBL. So if you don't want to buy a drive rack and you want the same functions, get the JBL. But I don't think you can EQ it as clean as this. You always say D.
No.
You can't EQ it as clean as the EV, but you can actually get these two very close. Very close. If you get this and put a drive rack on it, I don't think it'd make any sense. because it still has a limit light to come on. And this headroom it limits quick. We're right now in the basement where we practice at, and this is already limiting. And he got all tones, and the all tones were playing without limiting before these. So that's the only thing. So it's still up to y'all. But the Yorkville, if the Yorkville was wood, that'd be a little more heavier, but I would definitely recommend the Yorkville. JBLs, everybody's raving about them, but flat, no EQ, no crossover. No, I'll go EV, but it's way louder than the EV, and the bass is deeper than the EV. So if you're gonna work with a bass box, EV. So it's up to y'all. So we got some. I had a few more days to mess with it, and you have to EQ them. You can use the settings as the pre-settings that's in it. I think is 1 to 7, 1 to 8. Those is not as clear. You have to EQ it. You go down there on the website and download the app for the laptop. I didn't try the iPad app. It gives you way more. It's like a DSP, like the Drive Rack, same company. And then I put in pre-settings from that. And I like the pre-settings I did. I have a screenshot of some of it. I'll put it up online too. Of the way I EQ'd it and how it sounds after that. And I also have settings with my Drive Rack. This is one. I have 2 of these. The Drive Rack PA2. And they sound better. Actually, I kind of made them sound better than the EV. I tuned them real close to the EV. They sound better. My friends like it better than the EV. They still kind of prefer the Yorkville a little over the JBL. The Yorkville is clean too when I use the Drive Rack, because you know there's no DSP in that. And you can EQ that kind of, but this has full frequency. This is more like an engineer speaker. If you can engineer, you like true songs, a band, hear every frequency, this is your speaker. You don't want to buy a Drive Rack. This is your speaker. Like the EV has a DSP in it too, but only 3 bands that you can actually mess with. You can pick any frequencies, but only 3 that you can change. This, you have full function once you hook up the laptop to it. You could hook up the laptop directly into it, or use a router and use both. I did them separately. And then just copy the settings and save them to it. You could put in your own settings. You have a good amount of presets, blank banks that you could use. The bass is deeper, sounds cleaner, and then the Yorkville. But the Yorkville, the bass is there too. Don't get it wrong, but it's not as clean. But it's there. It's really there. That's why I bought the Yorkville, so when I got small venues, I don't have to use a bass box, because I have 2 Yorkville 18s. I'm not walking at every venue. And I found myself, I moved with this without a bass box. So you have to EQ it. It's good. When you EQ it, it's good. But if you, like I said, if your MP3 is not clean, you can hear it with this. Every other speaker plays bad MP3s, good ones, good files, bad files, almost the same. This, you hear the difference. When you have a good file, you can tell it's a good file. When it's a bad file, you can tell the difference. So, if you have a good ear and you like clarity, like I said, I make the Yorkville almost sound just as close to this. Both of them is EQ. We started off the EV. Because the EV out of the box is cleaner than all of them. Now, EQ them a little better than the EV. All my friends like how I EQ the Yorkville and this. So, you can EQ it if you want to use it out the settings out of the box. I don't like the settings out of it. Straight, you got to EQ it, and you can put your own pre-settings. But download that laptop app, and it's a good speaker. And that's my other setup. That's the SX. I'm trying to see if I can get a XDJ 700 to fit. I think that's the same size from this line to here. But I can't find a mixer that has Serato already built into it to fit here so I could use the same case. Like how I did this. 62. The XTJ. Because this is actually my laptop that I put on the stick. Just copy my iTunes. These are my playlists.